This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for October 28, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.58 points or 0.14% to 403.95. Total trade volume was down with 33,912 shares changing hands at a total value of 171 million real or over $42,500. On the main board, two stocks were up. Leading the market was CamGSM, up 0.41% or 10 real to 2,450 real per share, followed by Grand Twins International, which rose 0.28% or 20 real to 7,080 real per share. On the downside, the biggest loser of the day was MJQ Education, down 0.51% or 10 real to 1,970 real per share, followed by Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority, which dropped 0.32% or 20 real to 6,140 real per share. Meanwhile, the five remaining stocks on the main board stayed flat. Over on the growth board, JS Land was up 1.12% or 30 real to 2,710 real per share, while DBD Engineering stayed flat at 2,010 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 15,381 shares changing hands at a total value of 103.8 million real or close to $26,000, about 45% of the total trade volume on Tuesday. MJQ Education recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 5,310 shares changing hands at a total value of 10.4 million real or over $2,500, approximately 16% of the total trade volume on October 28th. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD strengthened slightly to 4,024 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was down to 98.72. Looking at global commodities, oil prices fell 2% on Tuesday, marking their third day of declines as investors assess the effect of U.S. sanctions on Russia's two biggest oil companies, along with a potential OPEC Plus plan to raise output. Brent crude futures fell $1.29 or 2% to $64.33 US dollars a barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were down $1.20 or 2% at $60.11 US dollars. Gold fell more than 2% to a three-week low as optimism over easing trade tensions lifted risk appetite and squeezed demand for safe haven bullion, while investors turned their attention to the U.S. Federal Reserve policy meeting this week. Spot gold was down 2% at $3,899.94 US dollars per ounce, hitting its lowest level since October 6th. U.S. gold futures for December delivery lost 2.6% to $3,915.30 US dollars per ounce. Stock futures were little changed Tuesday morning following a big rally to start the week. Key market catalysts loom ahead this week, including big tech earnings, a U.S. Federal Reserve rate decision, and a potential China trade deal. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average were marginally down. S&P 500 futures were basically flat, while Nasdaq 100 futures were trading just above the flat line. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for October 28th.